Hi, my name is Jeanette and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. Today I'm going to talk about my most anticipated upcoming releases for July, August, and September. Really July and August, but I'll explain that in a minute. So I have 5 books to mention today because I am only mentioning books that I am planning on purchasing. These are from authors that I love and I will definitely be buying. So the first book is coming out July the 5th. It is The Deadly Showels by Dani Petry. So this is a romantic suspense. This is book 3 in her Coastal Guardians series. I have read book 1 and I loved it. I have not read book 2 yet. I do own it, but now because we're so close to book 3's release, I'm going to wait to read book 2 until I get book 3 so that I can read them back to back. Most likely I'll read book 1 again, but yeah. So I don't know if this is a carryover from the previous books, the story, so I'm not really going to read the synopsis, but I will read like kind of little snippets of it. A mass shooting, a stolen weapon capable of immense destruction, a painful secret that threatens to tear 2 hearts apart. So then the very last line of the description says, everything is at stake as a horrifying truth emerges. The mass shooting wasn't the end game. It was only the beginning. I am intrigued to see where the story goes. I have really enjoyed Dani's writing in previous books. So I am looking forward to a good suspense story. Then, staying on the suspense line, on August the 2nd, Lynette Eason is releasing Crossfire. So this is book 2 of her Extreme Measures series. Book 1 came out in January. I have not read it yet because, again, Lynette Eason is an author that I like to get all the books in the series so that I can read them back to back. So again, I don't know if this is a carryover from the previous book or not. So basically I'm only going to kind of do a little highlights of the description. So it's focusing on an FBI special agent who is a top-notch negotiator and had never lost a hostage. Her younger sister Dottie comes to live with her unannounced. Then there's a former sniper, Clay, who left the army after a tragic incident that he can't get past. Clay and Juliana's paths. Wow, that was hard. Involving Clay's sister. So, and then as the anniversary of a school shooting of Juliana's past approaches, it becomes clear that her perfect record is about to be tested. If Juliana and Clay can't figure out who is behind the attacks, more innocent people will die, and Juliana might be one of them. So, again, it's a suspense by one of my favorite authors. I can't wait. Then, moving on to contemporary romance. So, we have The Lost Way Home by Liz Johnson, which also comes out on August the 2nd. This is book 2 of her Prince Edward Island series. Book 1 came out last August. I have read it, and I really enjoyed it. Again, it is by one of my favorite authors. It's set on PEI, and this one has a former hockey player as one of the main characters. I mean, like, it's right up my alley. So, again, I have read book 2. I have read book 1. So I know, reading this description, that this is not, other than the setting, the characters don't carry over. So Eli Ross is the ex-hockey player. When he left the island, he left a broken family behind. More than a decade later, he's broke and headed home to an uncertain welcome. He wants to make things right with the family he wronged, but his mom's business partner isn't making that easy. To top it off, the coaching job he's accepted turns out to be far more difficult than he anticipated. For years, Violet has put everything she had into making Eli's mom's ceramics shop a success, and she's not eager to forgive the man who hurt the family that's taken her in as one of their own. But when the kiln at the shop starts a fire and nearly destroys the studio, she'll need all the help she can to save the business and their summer income. Can these two strong-willed people come together to mend broken pieces of the Ross family? Or will the ghosts of the past continue to haunt them? So, I am intrigued about this one. I am going to be pre-ordering this book. I pre-ordered book 1 and read it right away. So I definitely plan on pre-ordering this one. So then the next book is also a contemporary romance. It is Love and the Dream Come True by Tammy L. Gray. This is book 3 of her State of Grace series. Book 1 was A Love and a Little White Lie, which I own, but I haven't read. And book 2 is Love and the Silver Lining. I don't own it, and I haven't read it. But this is an author that I have really enjoyed in previous stories, so I am really looking forward to this series. And now that we're getting so close to book 3 releasing, I'm going to wait to read book 1 and book 2 until I have book 3 so I can read them back to back, because that's the way I like to read. Again, because I haven't read the other 2 books, I don't know if these characters carry over from the previous books or not. Basically, this one focuses on Cameron, whose music career has taken a nosedive, leaving him 2 options: either sell out or give up his lifelong dream. Single mother Lexi has suffered her fair share of tragedies and setbacks, but she has finally scraped together enough money to achieve her dream. But fantasies only last so long, and soon Lexi and Cameron must face the real world, the one fraught with heartbreak, disappointment, and questions that sometimes can only be answered by a leap of faith. So, as I mentioned, I really enjoyed her previous stories, so I'm really looking forward to this series. Then the last book I have to mention is A Refuge by the Sea by Lindsay Harrell. So this one releases on August the 9th. It is another contemporary romance. It is book 2 of her Barefoot Sisters series. I'm kind of ashamed to say I pre-ordered book 1 last September when it released, and it was called The Inn at Walker Beach, and I haven't read it yet. I plan on pre-ordering this one so that I will read 1 and 2 back to back. Again, yeah, I should have read that one already. So again, because I haven't read book 1, I don't know how much of the story carries over other than the setting. I know in book 1 they are working to reform an inn and to turn it into a refuge program. And then this one focuses on the work done at that refuge. So that's about as much as I know about the 2 of them from the 2 descriptions. So I'm intrigued. I've really enjoyed Lindsay's books in the past, and she had another series that was set at Walker Beach, and this one again is set there. So I'm curious to see if any of the characters from the other series are like kind of show up in this one. So we'll see. And I have no books coming out in September by authors that I am planning on buying. So I don't have anything to mention there. But if you know of any authors or any books that are releasing that you're really excited about, let me know. Or are you looking forward to any of these? I'd love to chat in the comments below. Thank you. Have a good day.